Morning again. 25 to 12. I'm spine bashing at the minute. Right up against my sleeping bag. It's just a bit of a recap. On if you think you're going to go out and live out in the wilds if you haven't tried it, right? I don't mean it disrespectfully at all. Far from it. But it's more tricky than you think. Even just finding the simple things like water or fire fuel. I got that fire lit quite easily, and I said I made it dead easily because the timber's bone dry, right? I've got some decent thick birch bark with me. I know what I'm doing, but you know, next time I go out, once it dries up a bit, I'll start gathering natural stuff and I'll do it. I don't know how good the footage is, but most importantly is the capabilities of yourself. Know your own capabilities. People carry one mile or space blanket, right? And they're really good bits of kit, but you need more than one. I promise you're going to need more than one. Just try it in your back garden or in the park on a rainy day. Take one of those out and sitting out for a couple of hours in the rain, in the cold, and get back to me. So, not just having the best kit, like I said before. I think I've said it before. You could have what you think's the best kit in the world, right? But that kit will be absolutely useless if you're no good. You've got to be able to use your kit and understand it. Again, I don't mean any disrespect, right? But I watch people who say that they're experienced and they can't use a ferrocene rod. They just can't use it. They tap it like that. There's no right or wrong way to do it, right? Because as long as you get it done, it gets done. But you should know how to use your tools properly. Let the tool do the job. If the tool's designed to do that job, it should be easy to do it. Find something that you're comfortable with, right? And practice. Just get it down to hone it. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter how you get it to strike, but as long as you do it correctly and properly, but get on top of it. Then practice doing it with your other hand, right? And then just know how to do it one-handed, just in case. See, it's always just in case. I tend to do things like that in the house. I wake up in the morning and I say, right, broken left wrist, right, and all day long I can't use my left wrist, or it'll be a broken right wrist and I can't use my right hand. But I've got to dress it. I've got to perform first aid on myself. I do things like that just to keep on top of it, because I do a lot of solo stuff. You know what I mean? You've got to be able to look after yourself, and sometimes you've got to be able to look after others around you. Spine bashing. Been doing it all day. It's like anything, isn't it? It's just like training, you know. Any trek, any expedition begins with one footstep. Just gently. I'll give you another little tip, right? I do something what's called, you see, if I'm tapping out, say if I'm going, I walked from Loch Lomond not that long ago, right? Because the easy stretches I did, straight up, just the easy stretches, right? But I was out for 3 nights, 4 days, and I do what's called a Hudson Bay start. The first day, I won't even tap out 10 miles or 8 miles or whatever. I was doing 8 miles a day, averaging about 7, planning to do 8, and sometimes I only manage 6. But I do what's called a Hudson Bay start. The first day, I won't go that too far at all, and I'll set up early just to make sure that I've got everything. Do you know what I mean? And everything's working, and then you know then. And then the following day, I push on a bit more. It's called a Hudson Bay start. I do that on your long treks. Like I say, when I'm in places like this, quick overnighters, I generally bring far too much stuff with me. But this time I've just come up with little rocket pouches, and that's what I love doing. I love doing it. That's where that pyramid tent could come in handy. Do you know what I mean? Because it's that small. I'm thinking that pyramid tent, this S-top, and I bought myself a magic carpet as the ground sheet for the pyramid tent. That's what I'm thinking. Something about using. Yeah, but it's not just testing your kit, it's testing yourself. Making sure that you can do it, you know what I mean? Let you up to it. Because like I say, any food can go out and be uncomfortable. You know? I've proved the point, having not tested kit and all that on Fiji for years, that I'm willing to go out, and no matter what the weather, I'm willing to go out. Because I know I can do it. And then I'll say to you, sometimes I'll be honest, I didn't quite enjoy that because I woke up cold or wet and stiff. And walking poles, there's another thing I've learned relatively in the past 10 years or something. Carry walking poles instead of basher poles. Walking poles have got more uses than a basher pole, and for years I just carried basher poles. I've always carried poles and pegs, and because you could be out in the open, like here, you know. I could get in those trees, but I want to be by the river. You know, it just gives you those options. That's another thing. Options. Give yourself options. Give yourself plenty of options. Yeah. So walking sticks I found quite handy, and I think I've mentioned it. That chair. Facing the other way. That chair has made a real difference. Real difference. I'm not getting up off the floor half as much. It's lovely. It really is. So, for us older lads, you know what I mean? And see, there's a 5 at the beginning. Yeah, 50 plus now I am. Well, I'm getting to be well into my 50s. So for us older lads, little things like that, not too heavy. But then the weight starts adding up, doesn't it? But I think it's 1.3 kilos or something. It doesn't feel it, but it's made a big difference. But I don't think I'd carry it about. But I'm looking at one of those smaller ones now. I keep thinking I've got a little fishing stool to come off a rucksack. There's a rucksack with a stool on it, a little metal stool. I used to take that out, but I used to use it as a table. Type thing. It's been the first time in ages I haven't got to bed in the rain and got up in the rain. That rain's held off. Look, can you see that? Can you see them clouds moving? Can you see that picking up? Picking up, is it? The clouds moving? See, just things like that. The clouds moving at the top of my basher, or before, do you know, when I was sitting up and the rain flicked, the wind flicked the rain at me face from the top of my basher. I like things like that. If you get a raindrop down the back of your neck, if you haven't Here you go, look. Make that stump out. That's that punk wood. That's pine. These are pine trees. That is. In fact, you can almost see that. That's almost resin. That is there. Look, fat wood at the front. If I had to, right, I'm more than capable of going about here and that and finding plenty of tin. I don't. You know what I mean? I just thought I didn't want to go around leaving too much footprint at first. You know what I mean? So carry it in, and then once it's done, it's done. But I'm not coming. I'll keep coming back, but I won't come back too frequently because you start to leave too much sign on the ground. You wear the ground. You know, give the grass time to recover and footprints and stuff. I'll tidy everything away. I'm getting up now. I'm getting up. Usual routine. Put the kettle on and wrap up. By the time that is, we will be on. So this will be the last one today. Another overnight then, morning session. Hope you've enjoyed it as I have. Nice little look. Might come here one more time over the weekend, maybe, and I'll try and find somewhere else. Season a bit. Test your kit, test yourself. Know your limitations. Don't go past your limits of exploitation, either with yourself or your kit. And enjoy it, because it's one beautiful place. See you later.